Now your dad coached baseball, obviously for what 20 plus years as a Division I coach.
25, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. So what was that like growing up, having him coach? I mean, is he one of the main reasons how you jumped into coaching because of kind of growing up with him as a coach, or?
I think yes. I mean, I think so highly of him. He just, I feel, is so knowledgeable, and we were around the game. We had to go to his games when we were younger. We always went to his games, and just being in that atmosphere, I fell in love with the game that way. Baseball, and I grew up big baseball fan, Cleveland Indians, Guardians, and yeah, so because softball wasn't on TV for me growing up.
Right.
It's just, and it's crazy how much it's gotten bigger. But yeah, I just was around it. Now he didn't really, and he'll admit it, he didn't really coach us like me and my brother. My brother played; he was younger than me, because he wasn't around a ton. Just because they had practices, games. But I think where we learned the most was going to the games and seeing. We didn't see drills, but we saw how the shortstop played, how the second baseman played, and that goes a long way, which I feel kids don't watch enough games. We're so focused on drills, which is, yes, got to have great fundamentals. It's great to know drills, but if you don't know the game, you can't play at a high level.
Yeah.
Or you can, but it's going to be tough.
Right. Now, how is that? So, like, if you're watching a game, so young kids, like, and I've had this conversation with kids before about watching the game as a student, not a spectator.
Yeah.
And, like, but if you don't have someone with you that's being able to kind of.
Right.
Tell you about what's actually happening, because the game, you don't even know where to look if you're a young kid. I mean, I wouldn't think, but like, tell you, hey, this is a double cut here, or this is where this cutoff man's going.
Yeah.
Or, watch the first baseman on this play, watch what he's actually doing here. If you don't have that, sometimes it's just, you're just watching a game. Is there still a benefit to just watching the game, or is it? I mean, obviously it's more helpful to have someone kind of walk you through it.
Definitely more helpful, but like again, going back to when we went to my dad's games, no one was next to me.
Right.
Like, hey, that cut there, which
You're just
again,
able to pick
double
it up.
cut doesn't really happen in softball. That's a big difference.
There you go.
Because the field's shorter. But yeah, I mean, and yes, it'd be great if you had a parent or a coach next to you talking about it. And I was even saying the coaches clinics, because a lot of the coaches that there were maybe coaching for 2 years, and they're like, I feel like I've got the mechanics down, all of that, but I don't really know the game. And I even told them, watch games and then watch strategies, what the coaches do. Bases are loaded. Is your infield in or back? How many outs are there? What's the score?
Right.
So it takes a while.
And now they have more softball on TV that you can watch, which is really nice.
Yes.
That's been a big change over
every
the
year
last
it gets
5
bigger.
years. Yeah, absolutely. I think the AU now, obviously, Baylor's talking about it. They have an actual like full season league that's coming up, which will be amazing. So definitely, young girls have the opportunity to watch softball, not just baseball, to watch softball.
Right.
Where you're not maybe getting the double cuts or anything like that, right?
And I just learned, we don't have time to do that.
If you enjoyed that clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the full podcast, click right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this content valuable.